This VR headset killed my Valve Index. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Bigscreen Beyond. This is the world's smallest VR headset, and today we're gonna go over how this little bitty headset has changed pretty much how I view VR headsets, design philosophy, and PC VR just in general. A little bit of backstory: I was scared to buy this headset for months. I'd heard numerous horror stories of poorly measured IPDs, inaccurate face gasket measurements, and this ridiculously loud fans, and almost didn't buy it. For those reasons, it's really expensive. The Bigscreen Beyond is $1,576 for the full kit, which breaks down to $1,000 for the headset, $279 for the Valve Index base controllers, and $298 for the Valve Index base stations. But with all that being said, the allure of the world's smallest VR headset is a little bit too much. As I was desperately looking for a Valve Index replacement with no Valve Decker in sight whatsoever, probably until 2050, I ended up pre-ordering it in November 2023. I sent in a face scan so they could figure out my IPD and get the measurements for the custom gasket. A few months later in February, the unboxing was one of the best I've experienced outside of the Valve Index. I love how all the Bigscreen employees have a signature on the box. It makes it feel so much more personal and just really fun. But with that being said, in the box you get obviously the Bigscreen Beyond headset, you get a custom face cushion, a soft strap, a fiber optic cable that's 5 meters long, a link box, and its own Bigscreen Beyond cleaning cloth. And I also got prescription lenses because I am blind. But I must say, the unboxing was a 9 out of 10. It was amazing. Not as good as the Valve Index, because the Valve Index came in this big old, crate, but it was still fun nonetheless. First thing you notice when unboxing the Beyond is how small the thing is. It's so tiny and it's dwarfed by all 7 of my other VR headsets. Crazy thing is that it's only 127 grams. The small lenses you see with the custom IPD written in between, it's just crazy to see. It's honestly a work of magic, honestly. Before I put it on, I really couldn't see how something so small could produce a crazy picture and image like everyone was saying. The Beyond also has a slightly see-through shell, which can be tracked using Valve Index base stations or Vive base stations for lighthouse tracking, which is my favorite type of tracking. There are also 2 USB connectors on both sides of the headset, which threw me off because I've never seen that, but it connects to the 5-meter cable, which also connects to the USB-C port on the left side of the headset. Make sure you note that. The cable also connects from the headset to the link box, which connects to your PC. So that link box has a DisplayPort cable and 2 USB 3.0 cables, which connects obviously to the PC. The right USB-C port is used for any VR accessories like face trackers or anything that VR chat people come up with. The setup for the Bigscreen Beyond is ridiculously easy, guys. All you gotta do is plug in all the cables, plug it up to your PC, do everything I mentioned before, and make sure you set up your base stations and your Valve Index controllers. Honestly, the hardest part of all this is probably pairing it with Steam VR. And if you are on PC VR, you know how annoying Steam VR can be sometimes. But you do need to download the Bigscreen Beyond utility, and then boom, you can also now tune your Bigscreen Beyond to fit your needs. So you can tune up the refresh rate, the display brightness, the fan speed, and even the LED color in the front of the Beyond. So you know how to make my LED Marty Dude blue because it is the best blue. In terms of comfort, the Beyond is really hit and or miss. The custom face gasket is actually really comfortable, and I'm glad mine came with the correct measurements. It's comfortable until the headset gets hot. Then things get a little rough with it, but you can control the fan speed with the Bigscreen utility app. But I will give credit to the Beyond because there's absolutely no light leakage while wearing it. Usually when I wear my other VR headsets, I can see out the bottom of it and see below you, but with the Bigscreen Beyond, that's absolutely not an option. It actually helps keep you immersed in a lot of games, and I kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie. It makes you really feel like you're in the game. The cloth head strap is also another hit or miss. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I absolutely hate cloth head straps. The base strap for the Quest 3 sucks, especially with the Quest headset. But the Beyond's is absolutely the most comfortable one I've ever worn, hands down. The top strap makes a world of difference, and it doesn't even move around a crazy amount in intense games like Contractors, Blade and Sorcery, etc. The cable clip on the back of the head strap is absolutely terrible and trash, though, I will say that. If I try to use it, it literally cuts into the cable, which is a really crazy design flaw, and I don't know what they were thinking when they made that, to be honest with you. Bigscreen definitely needs to fix that because, you can ruin a really good cable just using the head strap. Other than that, the comfort for the big screen is pretty decent. Not amazing, but I've had no issues having it on for 4 to 5 hours straight. There's not many headsets I can play for 4 to 5 hours without taking it off more than like once or twice to recharge batteries and stuff like that. There's a hard strap coming soon, but it's been on pre-order for months and I have no idea when I'm gonna get it. So maybe I'll re-review that when it comes out, but as of right now, it's stuck with the soft strap with the top strap. In terms of display quality, the Beyond is really impressive. It honestly blows my mind how good the headset looks. The Beyond has a 2560 by 2560 resolution per eye and a micro OLED display with pancake lenses. The amount of stuff I can see in this headset is actually insane. I noticed in games like Contractors and Assetto Corsa that I normally could see so much further than I would normally be able to in other headsets. The sweet spot is crazy small though. It does make sense though because the Beyond is so small, but man, I do wish that 102 degrees of FOV was a bit bigger, at least like 105, maybe, something like that, you know? I mean, the sweet spot was so small that I had to change how I look around in VR games. The edges of the display are blurry, so when I need to directly look at something, I got used to turning my full head instead of my eyes. Even in Contractor Showdown, the edges of the HUD is blurry in my headset. It's annoying sometimes, but you get used to it pretty quickly, and it can be jarring for somebody who's coming from a different headset like a Quest 3 or PSVR 2 or any other PC VR headset. Other than those downsides, I need every headset to have micro OLED from now on because the colors are just so vivid and it's hard to give that up when going to different headsets that may or may not have, you know, that. Real quick though, for my people who do wear glasses, my fellow blind people, Bigscreen does have prescription lenses that you can buy on their website with your headset, and they are legit. I actually bought some. They're good. They actually work really nice, and they're really small. They're surprisingly small. I didn't know they get that small, and they come nicely packaged. Personally, I feel like I paid more than I should have for them, and that's probably because I didn't get them from my usual spot, which is vrrock.com. If you use code MartydudeVR, you can save 10% off of already really affordable prescription lenses for any VR headset. So Bigscreen Beyond, PSVR 2, Quest 3, Quest 2, or any headset you have, VRRock got you. Go check them out and tell them MartydudeVR sent you. Outside of beautiful displays, there is no onboard audio solution for the Bigscreen Beyond, but it does have some of the best stereo microphones I've ever heard on a VR headset. I promise you, this might be the best I've heard on any VR headset. Actually, just to kind of give you a quick check, listen to this. All right, guys, this is how the big screen sounds. This is like, listen to this. This is so clear. This sounds better than my very expensive SteelSeries headset that I own, and it blows my mind. Like, listen to it. Now, there's a lot of audio from the background. That's because like my PC is loud and stuff, but this is a really good quality microphone. Like, I'm genuinely surprised every time I hear it because you don't really get a lot of VR headsets that really care about audio quality like that, but I can legit record a podcast in these and be okay. But I think you guys heard enough. So what about the main thing a lot of y'all are here for, which is the VR gaming? The Beyond is the best long-term gaming headset I have. So what I mean by that? I mean, I sat in this headset for 5 hours playing No Man's Sky and never fully took it off the whole time, except to find a plug for my index controllers, which really meant I did like this, to look around and then got back in there. It's so immersive when playing my favorite VR games that I really have nothing to complain about. I legitimately feel like I'm in my games now because there's no light leakage. I'm fully immersed into the game I'm playing. The Beyond really fits my VR gaming uses so well that I completely put my index in the great tech closet of doom back there. I also forgot to mention that this headset's tracking is great because of the index base stations. They never have a problem on a game like Blade and Sorcery, Battle Talent, or any other game where you're flailing around. Now let's talk about what I didn't like, which is honestly a lot. First thing on the list is the fan. The fan is so loud. It's not terribly distracting considering how much power the Beyond is packing in there, so I get to have to cool it. But sheesh, it's pretty loud. This is the fan on 100. Listen to it. Put it up closer. It's really loud. Wow. To keep it staying cool, you have to crank the fan up considerably, but it's not a deal breaker, it's just something I noticed. Another thing I don't like slightly is what feels like their overcommitment to their design philosophy. I genuinely feel like they could have added a few grams of weight and just put an IPD slot on the dang headset, I feel like it would have saved them a lot of headache on messed up face scans and just made just their customers a little bit happier with the custom part of their process. I mean, guys, to even return this thing, you have to pay a 20% restocking fee. For some people, that might not be worth it taking that risk. I also would have liked bigger lenses slightly so I can look around more while wearing the headset. Having to turn your head all the time is kind of annoying, but I really feel like in the next version of the Beyond, maybe they'll get a little bit bigger. But in terms of a second iteration of this headset, I just wanted to be overall more comfortable for the user, or just give the user more options at sizes. Overall, I genuinely love the Beyond and am highly satisfied with the money spent. And it was pretty expensive, not gonna lie. I would recommend this headset to anyone looking for an index replacement or just want a smaller PC VR headset if you can stand all the caveats and kind of the downsides I mentioned earlier. With no Valve Decade on the horizon, options are few. And I genuinely feel like the Bigscreen answered the call for a new PC VR headset in their own way. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I genuinely feel like this is my best review I've ever done. And I really enjoyed making it. Make sure you like and subscribe for variety VR content and let me know what type of videos you guys want from me. With that being said, it's been your boy MartydudeVR, and remember, I'm just a dude with a VR headset. Peace.